There is a deep wisdom inside you that is always guiding you. It speaks to you in quiet moments, through feelings, through a deep knowing that words cannot explain. But in today's fast-moving world, people have forgotten how to listen. They rely on logic, on opinions, on what others think they should do. They analyze, overthink, and second-guess themselves until they are completely lost. But the truth is, making the right decision is not about thinking harder. It is about listening to the right voice, the voice of your heart and gut. Your heart and gut are your greatest guides. They are the connection between you and the universe, between you and your higher self. Your heart speaks in emotions. It tells you what feels right, what fills you with joy, what makes your spirit light up. Your gut speaks in instinct. It gives you that unshakable sense of knowing, that immediate reaction before your mind has time to interfere. Together, they create a perfect balance of wisdom. When you trust them, you walk the path that is meant for you. When you ignore them, life feels uncertain, full of hesitation, full of doubt. Most people have been taught to ignore their inner voice. Since childhood, they have been told to follow rules, to listen to authority, to make decisions based on what is practical rather than what feels right. They have been told that emotions are unreliable, that instincts are not to be trusted. But this is not true. Your heart and gut are the most reliable guides you have. They are never confused. They are never afraid. They always know the way forward. The only question is, will you listen? If you have ever felt stuck, unsure of what to do, unable to make a decision, it is because you have been listening too much to the outside world and not enough to yourself. The answers are not out there. They are within you. When you turn inward, when you quiet the noise of fear and doubt, you will hear them. Your heart and gut will always lead you where you need to go. There is a voice inside you that has been speaking to you your entire life. It is the voice that tells you when something feels right, when something feels wrong, when you should walk away, and when you should say yes. But for many people, that voice has been buried under years of conditioning, fear, and self-doubt. They have spent so much time listening to other people's opinions that they have forgotten how to trust their own. Think about the times in your life when you just knew something. Maybe you met someone, and without any reason, you felt drawn to them, or on the other hand, you felt something was off. Maybe you were offered an opportunity that looked perfect on paper, but deep inside, something felt wrong. That was your inner guidance speaking to you. It was not logic. It was not facts. It was something deeper, something real. But how many times have you ignored that feeling? How many times have you convinced yourself that your instincts were wrong? How many times have you let fear and doubt take over? The world has trained people to seek external validation. They are told to ask for advice, to analyze every option, to follow a step-by-step plan. But real wisdom does not come from outside sources. It comes from within. When you listen to your heart and gut, life flows more smoothly. Decisions become easier. There is no need to struggle, to overthink, to weigh every possible outcome. You simply feel the truth and follow it. But when you ignore your inner guidance, life becomes full of resistance. Everything feels uncertain. Doubt creeps in. You find yourself stuck in endless circles, unsure of what to do. Your inner guidance is always speaking to you. It speaks through feelings, through instincts, through sudden insights that seem to come from nowhere. The key is to create space to listen. When the mind is cluttered with fear, when you are constantly looking for answers outside of yourself, you cannot hear it. But when you slow down, when you take a deep breath and turn inward, you will realize that the answers were always there. Your heart and gut each have their own way of guiding you. They work together, each bringing a different kind of wisdom. When you understand how they communicate, decision-making becomes effortless. You no longer have to struggle. You simply trust. Your heart is the center of your emotions. It tells you what you love, what brings you joy, what makes you feel alive. When you listen to your heart, you follow what feels good. You choose what makes you happy. But your heart is not just about fleeting emotions. It carries a deep intelligence. It knows what truly matters to you. It knows what aligns with your soul's purpose. Your gut, on the other hand, is your instinct. It does not need explanations. It does not need logic. It simply knows. It is the feeling you get when you walk into a room and sense the energy. It is the reaction you have to a person before they even speak. It is the deep certainty that something is right or wrong, even if you do not know why. Your gut is your protector. It picks up on things that your mind cannot see. Together, the heart and gut create perfect guidance. The heart shows you what brings joy, and the gut ensures that you are safe, that you are making choices that serve your highest good. When they both align, when both feel good about a decision, you can trust that you are on the right path. When they do not agree, it is a sign to pause and reflect. Have you ever had a moment where your heart felt excited about something, but your gut gave you a warning? That is because your emotions and your instincts were not in harmony. Maybe your heart was drawn to something out of excitement, but your gut sensed something deeper, something that was not quite right. Or maybe your gut felt that something was safe, but your heart did not feel inspired or joyful. That is why it is important to listen to both. They each have their role, and when they work together, they lead you toward perfect decisions. One of the biggest mistakes people make is ignoring one and only listening to the other. Some people are too emotional, making decisions only based on what feels good in the moment without checking in with their deeper instincts. Others rely only on logic, suppressing their emotions, making choices based on what is safe, but never truly fulfilling. The key is balance. When you are faced with a decision, ask yourself, what does my heart feel? Does this decision bring me joy, peace, excitement? What does my gut say? Do I feel a deep sense of knowing that this is right for me? When both answers are yes, move forward with confidence. When one says yes and the other says no, take your time. There is no need to rush. The right decision will always feel clear when you align with your inner guidance. The more you trust your heart and gut, the stronger they become. The more you listen, the clearer their voices will be. Every decision, big or small, is an opportunity to practice trusting yourself. And as you do, you will find that life becomes easier, smoother, and more in flow. There is no greater wisdom than the wisdom inside you. It has always been there. It will always be there. And it is waiting for you to listen. Fear and doubt are the greatest obstacles to clear decision-making. They create confusion, hesitation, and uncertainty. When fear takes over, it clouds your inner wisdom. It fills your mind with worst-case scenarios, what-ifs, and endless overthinking. Instead of trusting your heart and gut, you start questioning yourself. Instead of feeling clarity, you feel stuck. But fear is not the truth, it is just noise. And the more you listen to it, the harder it becomes to hear your real guidance. Fear often disguises itself as logic. It tells you that you need to analyze everything, that you need more information before making a decision. It tells you to wait until you are absolutely sure. But the truth is, fear will never let you be sure. It will always find another reason to hesitate, another reason to doubt. It keeps you in a loop of overthinking, preventing you from taking action. Doubt is another form of resistance. It makes you question yourself even when you already know the answer. It tells you that you are not ready, that you are not capable, that you might make a mistake. But what if you trusted yourself instead? What if, instead of overthinking, you simply listened? What if you chose to believe that you are always guided, that you can never make a wrong decision, that every choice you make is leading you exactly where you need to go? The key to clearing the noise of fear and doubt is to recognize that they are just old patterns. Patterns that you have learned over time, but do not have to keep. You can choose to release them. You can choose to replace fear with trust, doubt with certainty. Every time you feel fear creeping in, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this fear real or is it just a habit? Is this doubt based on truth or is it just an old way of thinking? When you let go of fear and doubt, you create space for clarity. You begin to trust that your heart and gut will never lead you wrong. You start to believe in your own wisdom, in your own ability to choose what is right for you. And when you do, decisions become easier. You no longer feel trapped by overthinking. You simply know what to do, and you do it with confidence. You are never alone in your choices. The universe is always guiding you, always supporting you, always leading you toward what is best for you. Every step you take, every decision you make, is part of a greater plan, one that is unfolding perfectly, even if you cannot see it yet. When you trust this, decision-making becomes easier. You no longer have to carry the weight of every choice on your own. You can relax, knowing that you are being led exactly where you need to be. Many people believe that they must figure everything out by themselves, that they must make the perfect decision or risk making a mistake. But there is no such thing as a mistake. Every choice you make teaches you something, brings you closer to where you are meant to be. Even when a decision does not turn out the way you expected, it is not a failure. It is a lesson, a step forward. The universe is always working for your highest good, even when you do not understand how. Trust is the key. Trust that you are always being guided. Trust that every decision is leading you to something greater. Trust that even when things feel uncertain, you are never lost. You are always on the right path. When you truly believe this, fear disappears. Doubt fades away. You stop worrying about whether you are making the right decision and start focusing on what feels aligned with your heart and gut. One of the most powerful things you can do is to affirm daily, I am always guided. I am always supported. The universe is leading me exactly where I need to go. The more you repeat this, the more you will feel it. The more you feel it, the more you will see it reflected in your life. The universe is not against you. It is not testing you. It is not waiting for you to fail. It is loving you, supporting you, helping you grow. Every choice you make is part of a greater journey, one that is unfolding perfectly. You do not have to stress over every detail. You only have to trust. Your intuition, the voice of your heart and gut, is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The more you listen, the clearer it gets. If you want to make better decisions, if you want to trust yourself more, the key is to develop a deep connection with your inner guidance. The first step to strengthening your intuition is quieting the mind. When your mind is busy with endless thoughts, fear, and distractions, it is hard to hear your inner wisdom. But when you take time to be still, to turn inward, you create space for clarity. This does not mean you have to meditate for hours. Simply take a few moments each day to sit in silence, to breathe deeply, to ask yourself, what do I truly feel? Another way to strengthen your intuition is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings allows you to see patterns, to understand what your inner voice is trying to tell you. When faced with a decision, try writing down your first instinctive response before your mind has time to interfere. Often, your first thought is the most honest, the most true. Pay attention to your body. Your intuition does not just speak through thoughts, it speaks through sensations. A decision that is right for you will feel light, expansive, peaceful. A decision that is not right will feel heavy, tense, restrictive. Learn to notice these signals. If something makes your body feel tight or uneasy, it is a sign to pause. If something brings a sense of ease, it is a sign to move forward. Another powerful way to build your intuition is trusting small decisions. Before you rely on your intuition for big life choices, practice with small ones. What do you feel like eating today? What route should you take to work? What book should you read next? Choose based on what feels right in the moment. The more you trust yourself in these little things, the easier it will be to trust yourself in bigger decisions. Finally, affirm your ability to trust yourself. Every day, tell yourself, I trust my inner wisdom. I trust my heart and gut. I always know what is best for me. The more you affirm this, the more natural it will feel. The more natural it feels, the more easily your intuition will guide you. Your inner wisdom is already there. It has always been there. It is just waiting for you to listen. When you commit to strengthening it, to trusting it, to following it without doubt, life begins to unfold in beautiful ways. You no longer feel lost. You no longer feel confused. You simply know. And that knowing is the greatest power you can have. Every choice you make in life comes from one of two places, love or fear. Fear-based decisions feel heavy, stressful, and full of worry. Love-based decisions feel light, natural, and peaceful. If you have ever felt stuck between two choices, ask yourself, am I making this choice because I truly want it, or because I am afraid of what might happen if I don't? Fear-based decisions often come from a place of scarcity. They tell you that you might lose something, that you might fail, that things will go wrong. Fear whispers, what if this doesn't work? What if I regret this? What if I make the wrong decision? And when you listen to fear, it keeps you stuck. It stops you from moving forward. Love-based decisions, on the other hand, feel different. They feel open, expansive, and free. They are not rushed or pressured. They bring a sense of peace, even when they require courage. A love-based decision might still feel a little scary, but deep inside, it feels right. It carries an energy of trust. Trust in yourself, trust in life, trust in the universe to guide you. When you make choices out of love, you are choosing growth, expansion, and alignment. You are choosing the path that will lead to the highest version of yourself. Love-based decisions might not always be the easiest, but they are always the right ones. The next time you are faced with a decision, ask yourself, if fear was not a factor, what would I choose? If I completely trusted myself, what would I do? Does this decision bring me closer to love, or does it push me further into fear? Your heart and gut always know the answer. They will always lead you toward love. And when you choose love, everything in your life begins to shift in a beautiful way. Affirmations are powerful tools that help rewire your mind. When you repeat positive statements daily, you start to believe them. And when you believe them, they become your reality. If you struggle with trusting yourself, using affirmations can help strengthen your connection to your inner guidance. Here are some powerful affirmations for confident decision-making. I trust my heart and gut to lead me in the right direction. I make decisions with confidence and ease. I release all fear and trust that I am always guided. Every choice I make is leading me to my highest good. I am always supported by the universe in my decisions. I let go of doubt and embrace my inner wisdom. Speak these affirmations every day. Write them down. Repeat them until they become second nature. The more you affirm your trust in yourself, the more you will feel it. And the more you feel it, the easier decision-making will become. Remember, you do not need permission from anyone else to trust yourself. Your wisdom is already within you. Affirm it. Believe it. Live it. Many people hesitate to trust their decisions because of past mistakes. They think, what if I choose wrong again? What if I end up in the same situation as before? But your past does not define your future. Just because something went wrong before does not mean it will happen again. You are always growing, always learning, always evolving. The choices you made in the past were made with the knowledge and experience you had at the time. Now you know more. Now you are more aware. Now you have a stronger connection to your inner guidance. Do not let past experiences stop you from trusting yourself today. If you find yourself holding on to regret, release it. Let go of the idea that you should have known better. Forgive yourself for any choices that did not turn out the way you hoped. Every decision has a purpose, even the ones that seemed like mistakes. They were lessons. They shaped you into the person you are today. And now you are ready to move forward. Affirm to yourself, I release my past and trust my present. Every experience has brought me wisdom and growth. I am free to make new choices that align with my highest good. My past does not define me. My future is mine to create. When you stop carrying the weight of past regrets, you free yourself. You open the door to new possibilities. You allow yourself to trust again. And that trust is what will guide you to a brighter, more fulfilling future. The answers you seek are already within you. Your heart and gut are always speaking to you. always guiding you toward the best path. The only thing that stands in the way is doubt, fear, and overthinking. But when you let go of these, when you quiet the noise and listen, you will always know what to do. There is no such thing as a wrong decision. Every choice leads to growth. Every experience teaches you something valuable. Even when things do not go as planned, you are always being led towards something greater. Trust yourself. Trust that you are always supported. Trust that you are capable of making the right decisions for your life. When you make choices from a place of love, when you listen to your heart and gut, life flows effortlessly. Doors open, opportunities appear. Peace replaces anxiety. You have everything you need within you. There is no need to seek answers outside. No one knows your path better than you do. Step forward with confidence, knowing that you are always guided, always protected, and always on the right path. You are wise, you are capable, you are supported. Now go and make decisions with trust, love, and ease. The universe is walking beside you every step of the way.